Okay. So starting a little bit early today, and the reason for that is I'm not sure if my computer's got the juice for it. Uh, it's an old computer. I made it maybe like 7 years ago almost, and it is just at the end of its life cycle, and there is not much more I can do about it in terms of like replacing parts because they no longer manufacture parts in that chipset anymore. So, full disclosure, if the stream ends at a time that feels abrupt and impromptu, it's probably because it was. um, it's probably because, I kicked the thing here. Sorry, I'm trying to make a little bit of room for myself. Uh, it's probably because my computer kicked the bucket. No lies. So, like my setup is actually like one large screen that I split into different modes for the purpose of doing the stream. And normally I use my sunglasses because my eyes are very light sensitive, and just like being sitting directly in front of a screen that large is kind of a pain in the butt. But I feel a little okay today. My hair does not feel okay though. Jeez, what is going on here, huh? And I do realize that I am blended into the background right now. I'm not mad about it per se. I'm not mad about it per se. uh, but that said, sorry. One day we won't have to move these around anymore, and we'll just keep them where we're at. All right, I think this is an okay. But yeah, so starting a little bit early, just because the Switch, I wasn't sure if the strain that the Switch captured, video being captured by uh by our capture software in OBS here. I didn't know if that was gonna become a deal breaker, so to speak. So I wanted to give us ample time to figure out if we were gonna like get kicked off the stream right away. I do know, I see here that I am like one with the cards right now. I was so happy that I got my Summer Games Done Quick shirt. It actually looks real wicked when you stand up. So here, actually, if you just give me 3 seconds, I promise. Like no matter what, the camera is obnoxious and it's in my way. But yeah, check this out. And it's like showing up in the cards. Look at that. That looks like some Yugi stuff for sure. So that's why we were starting the stream early today, so that we could kind of get a jump on it, work out any technical bugs ahead of time. So we've got a fair amount of time right here. Let's play a little bit. Let's just make sure that nothing that's gonna naturally happen during the stream, during our actual Rose World Saturday morning card games stream extravaganza. It feels okay, but it also felt fine the other day too. And then the computer, it it I don't know what it is, but it's like the temperature sensor in either like the GPU or in the CPU, and what that is causing it to do is like completely shut itself off at random. And it's not necessarily overheating, but I bet it thinks it's overheating for sure. Let's not. I want to ease into this because we're using a different deck today. In fact, actually, this is a perfect opportunity to edit the deck while we're in here. Let's look at this. Let's look at this, huh? I was like, is there an optimum camera angle that does not make me blend into the cards? I might change. I don't know. Unless that's okay. If I'm okay being the cards, then I'll be the cards. So a thought occurred last night, and that thought was, like, I feel like the goal is that I started the original campaign with Marauding Captain, and I need to like saving Private Ryan him. I need to like get him like out of the first saga, out of the first arc of Yu-Gi-Oh. So I feel like that's kind of like my soft goal to myself is just have Marauding Captain in a deck and have him like get through it. So I'm weighing to myself, do I recreate our original deck that we had and really just try to like steam along as best as we can, or do we shove Captain in here, which he does have some utility, and then we can maybe like count that. It is thematically similar in that it is still like a warrior deck. It's just not warrior like it's not warrior spellcaster A forces. All of that is gone now. It's Red Eyes warrior fusion equip BS. I'm weighing. Armed Doa. Give me the empty deck, bro. Yes. New user. Oh, Captain, my Captain. So why did we delete the old Captain deck? I'm sure is maybe what you're asking yourself. I didn't mean to write over it. I was working on the new like Red Eyes Gearfried thing that we're doing, and I didn't realize it was over the old deck slot. So, like. So let's get in here. Kind of piece together, right? I already know. He was in there a bunch. He was in there. He was in there. He was in there. Goblinberg. Hmm. And now let's grab the spellcasters and we'll slap them in there real quick. Him. We've got kind of an insane amount of flip stuff. You know what I mean? Like the I'm sorry, the kind of like I have a crazy amount of this, all these gravekeepers monsters. That's just so insane. Is it saying I have too many monsters or not enough yet? Can you show me all the cards that are related to you? That's what I want to know. I just want to know more about like this Endamian thing that was like right when I quit Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day. So related cards. Okay. Blast Magician. Because I know, isn't there something that generates... Yeah, this thing, the Magical Citadel of Endamian. It generates spell counters. I was wondering, like, I was like, what the heck generates the spell counters that they use? I don't understand. Not understanding what's going on. But it looks like we don't actually have any of that, which is too bad. But getting like slightly better at navigating the menu though too, for reals. All right, so a couple of those guys. Oh, one of them. One of them, huh? Primal. Sorry, I was trying to figure out where this Hermos thing is in here. Quiet stream, I guess, right now while we're picking up hoops and stuff here. Because we're already kind of fat, right? I just don't believe those guys ever did enough for us to like warrant being in the deck. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Telling you what, I got a severe case of stomach touchbackitis though. Very, very hungry right now. I'm very happy with my Summer Games Done Quick shirt. I was very happy to donate to the Doctors Without Borders charity they're raising funds for, and saw some new tech in in Quest 64, which is a notoriously long and boring and kind of like not finished game, but I kind of very fondly remember it from like my less privileged childhood, and like when we did have enough money to maybe like rent a game, because we really couldn't like buy games. We could rent a game, and maybe if I was lucky, Quest 64 was at, you know, at like that budget blockbuster that we used to go to. And yeah, played a lot of Quest 64. Had a banger OST for sure. Let's see. So what are we doing? We're recreating the captain deck, kind of, sort of. And the reason is I decided a soft goal of the stream was probably gonna be more like Saving Private Ryan. Like, let's get Captain to the finish. The Captain deck has to finish. Because I was all like, well, I don't think any of the other, like, the storyline decks have any chance against the Red Eyes Gear Free deck, because too much was happening too fast. I was like summoning out like 2 Link monsters and a fusion, like basically every like first or second turn. So it just felt a little unfair. But I want to still keep developing it because, one, we actually have pulled a lot of those cards in Meat Space, right? So that'll be fun because all of my old decks are not like a thing, right? It's just more Captain. But like Immortal Gearfried, Red Eyes Gearfried, the Ignoble stuff, like that's all real. That's all real, like meta right now. So that's kind of exciting. Let's see. I do need to plug in some stream info here. We're at 40 cards right now, so it probably doesn't need too much more like manipulating right this second. We could probably go into the story mission, but we'll see. Cool. Dogs. Okay, guys, relax. It's fine. Let me in. There we go. It wouldn't let me like get into this. I could grab the thing. By the way, I will drop it in here at some point. Maybe sooner rather than later, so I don't forget. But please join the Discord. Like the whole point of the stream is kind of to cultivate a community where we can play games and help each other, and you can know assuredly that this is going to be an environment that supports you and allows you to try new things that maybe you want to try that you haven't before. Because, you know, the internet can be a scary and mean kind of place sometimes, and it's not necessarily so nice to new people. What do we got going on here? So we've got the... I don't even know if we're running it like this, why even bother, right? Negate attack. I'm trying to decide if there's anything in here. Yes. Maybe this is one of the smarter plays that we've ever done. Okay, so we just need to make... Probably don't need 3, but 2 is good. Let's get rid of a warrior returning gone, because now there's a couple of call haunteds and stuff in here, so we don't gotta get like super crazy about it. And yes, I know we're very early. We're very early on the stream today, but that was the point because we're working out some kinks, some technical hiccups here. Proto Blast. That could be something too if you were trying to make like a Joey deck. Proton Blast. Alright. Oh, is there... I gotta get rid of one more if I want to hit peak efficiency. Yeah, one of those in the trunk. 2 is usually fine. Okay. I'm in the zone. We're zoned. All right. I'm approaching a bright screenage time. And that is why I'm switching back over to the sunglasses. It's not because I think I'm cool. I'm not cool, regardless of what I do. So, joke's on you. But that said, I guess I'll get the show started here a little early. Oh no, you know what I'll do before we get like really into it, because I want to jam out and I want to accomplish as much as we can from today's stream. And I think to do that, I think what I've got to do is I need to set everything up ahead of time. Oh, hello, you're not what I thought you were. I'm gonna share the Discord information in here ahead of time. And then that way I've already have it like copied onto the copy and paste tool. Now this is the part that I'm afraid of, because it seems like even just going on the internet forces my computer to think about killing itself. Please don't do that. Don't you do it. I'm just here for the Discord link. Nope. Oh, it was thinking about it. It was thinking about it. Here you go. There's like a triple whammy right there. It's all of our communication information. Okay, that's fair. I feel better for having it now taken care of that. What else has been up in the preceding week? I'm gonna catch some fire for this. All right. I thought I have not had an official Nintendo Joy-Con for a long time. So when I got Clubhouse games and a few others, I have been actually unable to play them. And I wanted to play Ring Fit. Can't play Ring Fit because you need Joy-Cons. So I got some Joy-Cons, and the last ones that they had at my local Best Buy, and I'm not playing with you, were the orange and green ones. Now, these are growing on me by the moment, because I think they actually look kind of sick, and I'm getting sort of a Phoenix Suns sort of pride. It's welling up from inside me. It's exploding. It's manifesting in Joy-Cons. I told Rick that, hey Rick, I got some new Joy-Cons, brother. And you know what he says? This is true. This is a true story. You know what he said? He said, ew. He said, ew. That's not nice. That's not a nice thing to say. At first, I thought this was like Grimace purple, but it's actually kind of like a neon purple. It's kind of... It's got some ostentatiousness to it. It's very vibrant, very bright. And then kind of the same thing with this yellow. Or this orange, rather. Right? It's very out there. It almost feels like a very like Halloween sort of Joy-Cons. But they look very nice. And actually, you know what? I see it now. Under the light of the table, they do. They sort of they have a bit of a glow to them. There's a little bit of neon in there. I'm gonna attempt to get to optimum audio quality placement. Okay. Okay, so let's do the intro, right? Uh, let's see. Yokoso ni Sekai no Ro, which is my way of saying in Japanese, welcome to Rose World. This is the Rose World stream, and on Saturday mornings in Rose World we play card games, and so we started with the big granddaddy of all card games, and we're not talking about Magic the Gathering. We're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it's the world's most successful or the world's most popular trading card game, collectible card game, however it's classified now. It was a big part of my childhood. Perhaps it was a big part of yours. And so I thought it was a really great place to start sort of this adventure that we're going to have, where I want to go through and really like flex our card game muscles. Now it's unfortunate that like we kind of have to start like this, you know, and we're playing through all the arcs, but it's fantastic because we're going to learn so much. And this is what I really wanted to do, was like have a place where I could kind of like teach myself all of the new stuff that's going on, but not feel bad about not knowing it in the first place. All right. Oh, we just did the McConaughey. Oh, this is truly blessed. Yeah, I felt him inside of me, and I expressed him into the universe. Thank you, Matthew. Okay, so where we left off in Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution was that we are approaching the end of the Battle City tournament. This is the second arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we're getting very close to the end. And so I would say we're approaching the halfway point of the original story of Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? The original series. Again, the point is to keep Captain alive. That's our new mission. Keep Captain alive. He needs to stay in the game for as long as we can. And so it'll be kind of fun to kind of, you know, try and tweak the deck to just get him to cross over the finish line. But we can do it. I believe in the power that he has some utility. He has some usefulness. And maybe, who knows, by the end of it, we might just be doing red eyes with like one captain. But that'll count. That'll count for sure. All right. Let's see. Infinite. The next duel was Mai versus the real Merrick. Oh, it's the real Merrick. Mai gave everything she had, but Merrick was much too powerful with the power of his Millennium Rod. Merrick trapped Mai's mind in the Shadow Realm. Oh, no. Your friend made a costly mistake by dueling against me, and now I'm afraid she's paying the ultimate price. Notice her motionless appearance? Appearance? She's not moving! That's because her mind is trapped in the Shadow Realm. With each passing second, she forgets more. The shadows are taking everything. Everything she kept inside her mind and inside her heart. Trapped by dark magic, Mai's friends could do nothing to help her. All right, you geeks. Clear this field for the next duel. Move it, nerds. We're playing card games. I'm sorry. I know it's a little on the loud side when I'm doing the Kaiba voice. The next duel was Seto Kaiba versus Ishizu Ishtar, the same Ishizu who Yugi and Taya met at the museum. She was the mysterious 8th finalist. This is quite a surprise. Yes, we meet again, Seto Kaiba. So you've come to win back Obelisk? What I've come for is of greater importance. I've come here to save my brother. Brother? Nani? For the past 5,000 years, an Ishtar has stood guard over the Pharaoh's tomb. Only Merrick's turned against us, and the evil within him is even stronger now. If you remember, my Millennium Necklace has the power to show me events that are yet to come, and right now it tells me you will lose this duel to me. Oh. Enough with Millennium items! I have money! I don't believe in that nonsense. Screw the rules. I planned this with one goal in mind, to reclaim my place as the #1 duelist in the world. Have you forgotten that it was my idea for you to organize the Battle City tournament? To lure duelists like Merrick? And my plan worked. My brother is here. But the hardest task is yet to come, and the evil within him must be stopped. The drama is crescendoing. It's building. The fate of the world depends on this children's card game. I'm surrounded by superstitious nitwits. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm surrounded by superstitious nitwits. Take your hocus pocus nonsense to someone else's tournament. Oh, he's all feisty. My Millennium Necklace predicts that your lack of faith will be your downfall. I don't know if card games work like that, Ishizu, but sure. I find your lack of faith disturbing. Story deck. We always try it at least once with the story deck. That leads to some of the reasons why we get a little on the slow end, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. She's gonna go first. She's a lady. She's allowed to decide to go first. It was her choice. We respect her choice to go first. Okay, I've got the Shrink, the Vorse Raider, Crush Card Virus. Summon. Yep. Well, set that. I feel like this is kind of like exactly how this goes so far. Like that's exactly how it plays out in the events of the story. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Graceful Charity, son of a gun. You know, that burns me like the worst way possible. I'm sorry. I bumped you again. I'm so clumsy. I do need to get like some kind of armature for the microphone, but that's a future Robert problem. Along with a brand new computer too. Sorry, future Robert. I guess I'll activate and get the other one. Yeah, I kind of screwed up on that one. I almost feel like I want to... Yes. Because we already know what it's requiring of us, and I didn't give it the full zeal that it deserved. So we'll try that one more time. You still beat us in the rock, paper, scissors, which I believe is her real skill. I think Shizu is some kind of rock, paper, scissors, psychic. Oh, hey, look, it's not the same anymore. So, what if I do... Hold on. Yeah, what if we do this? No, so just stop looking at him. Just put him on the field. Just put him on the field, man. Right? And then we do this. We activate the Soul Exchange, and we're going to use his face-down card as a tribute. No, I should have done that in the first place. Misplays! Misplays abound. So again, right? That is the problem on some of these, is that they're straight up misplays. Mudra. Medora. Your Dora? What about my Dora? I apologize. So what I should have done is played the Soul Exchange first. I activate El Lordo de D. Tribute him for a glider, Kaiser glider. We're gonna go into battle mode. He's got 2400 attack. These guys have got 15. 900. One's dead. Good stuff. Get out of this phase. Get them back over there. I'm telling you, these neon Joy-Cons, they're growing on me over here on the build table, guys. I know that might be a unpopular opinion at this particular juncture in time. But yeah, they are. Swords of Revealing Light, son of a gun. There's a Vorse Raider. Force it up, please, sir. Force it up all the way until I end my friggin' turn. You still Graceful Charity? You have a Cestus? Oh, he's a big boy now. How did the... No, that's Medora. I was like, how did Medora become so strong? Excuse me. He took our... He did attack our Lord of D. I don't believe that there's anything I can do about that. This is the freaking Swords of Light. Wadapon. There has to be a way. I have to... We put Soul Exchange back in, so Maybe that'll help. Nope. There's Crush Card Virus. Don't have a Shrink yet, but that's fine. Let's just hit him. Because he's going to keep hit. Oh, we can't because of the freaking swords. The Cestus is doing gangbusters work here, destroying them. Oh, hey, it's 10 o'clock. Yeah, this is our normal green time. Getting comfortable here. I think we're screwed. Copy chat. I think we're screwed. It's not even the Cestus that's really doing it, though. It was the fact that, or maybe it was a Cestus. In that case, like any kind of back row clearing would have been super cool. This is a terrible run so far. Terrible run so far. This was some kind of lemon brick hybrid that was both lemony and bricky at the same time. So now we're gonna go in. How do we feel? Yeah. Okay, so let's try Captain first. Giant mech soldier, huh? You look real cool, buddy. You look real cool. I also need to get a glass of water, so just excuse me for one moment. And also, tell me if you prefer this, if you prefer the tiled background or our non-tiled background. Let me know how that strikes you. I'll leave this up for a moment. You guys can tell me. Tiled BG or non. Or tiled GIF, yeah, or non-GIF BG. Let's freaking do this. Okay, I was like, where's all the, like, my battle noises and stuff? uh, so we're gonna set. Then I just want to hand flood. I just want to see if flooding the flooding the field is going to do anything against this lady. Because she needs like one turn of setup. No. Yes. Activate. Warriors. Whoa, she's what is this? Yep. I don't care that I'm taking the hit. I just don't want Captain to die. Like, we need to... I want to keep the field clean because I want to, like, just... Big punch. Big punch. There's Captain. Battle. Soup Captain, please attack. Non-Soup Captain, please attack. Not bad. Main phase 2. Maybe I can recycle the fairy for something else. That's probably a good idea, right? Yeah, activate Marmitting Captain's effect. I'll throw Injection Fairy Lily back in the deck and get something else. We got the Supply Squad. We'll put Supply Squad down. The Warlords isn't as relevant as I thought. I thought Warlords was going to be relevant. We are weirdly making some progress, but like not the kind of progress I wanted. Where's all my other non-captain monsters? I know that there's literally a million. I feel like we got like a bad like brick again because I'm getting nothing but support and no monsters. Maybe we should have like too little too late kind of. But if we wouldn't have gone through all of that, we never would have actually gotten to the point where we would have got Supply Squad. Supply Squad comes out. And now Dark Blade's strong enough to actually do something. This is destroyed, sent to the graveyard, result of battle, select 2 cards, your opponent's graveyard, and add them to your opponent's deck. Shuffle. Okay. Yeah, you gotta go first because you're making everyone else stronger. This lady and her ability to cycle through her entire deck, she's got 18 cards left. Ow. Incredibly rough. Well, we're dead. Rage quit! No, we're not rage quitting. But we will just let them murder us. Alright, so I'm not sure why we ran to this big pile of support. I really don't know. Didn't feel like there was that much support in the deck. Or at least not of this variety. But let's try this again before we have any secondary thoughts here. Alright, so wondering, does your Duelist have anything to do with the game? I mean, it doesn't look awful so far. Let's wait until the last possible moment, like, to activate Warlords. Supply Squad. 8 forces. Dark Blade. We'll try that. I want to be somewhere where the stuff ain't. I don't feel like there's any good spots here, guys. So you know what? We'll be over here for a second. Okay. Yeah, let's recycle some. Warlords kind of screwed us last time. Yes. All right. We're gonna crash right through this Ishizu fight, and we're gonna go to the next one. Please be Breaker. No, it's not Breaker. 2 can play that game. Now we have to hope for Dark Freed or Breaker. One, jeez. I'll hang on to that because I don't want to eat up a spot. But Lily can go down. They can't attack. And she at least gives everybody else a bonus. Could use a Raigeki right about now. Get Dark Blade back. That's a bonus. Yeah. Battle still. Okay. Banner of Courage. Let's go. Play it. Battle. What happens when he's destroyed? Sent to the graveyard. Result I die. And special summon a fairy monster from graveyard. Use level. So there isn't anybody in there right now. So if I kill you, it won't do a dang thing. Okay. So let's do that. Trying to decide who's going to hit the hardest. 3,000 attack, so 36. So that means I should use a 32. So... then a 32. Good. I'm kind of glad that we just kept her in the back pocket. That way we could hit it with the Injection Fairy Lily. Send Call the Haunted back. Didn't get another monster, but it's fine because I'm pretty sure dead. But I've been wrong before though too, so that's kind of where some of the trepidation comes from. It's like, I've been wrong before. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I think this is it. All right, so Kaiba beats Ishizu with the power of Injection Fairy Lily. Okay. The new twist. I like it, Kaiba. I like it. Sorry, the headset gets hot. Very impressive, Kaiba. You managed to overcome fate with that Millennium Necklace showed me. I won this duel for the same reasons I'll win your tournament. My superior skills and intelligence. Perhaps you've taught me a valuable lesson about the nature of destiny, and for that I am grateful. I may have lost the duel, but in the process I gained something far greater of importance. Realization that if I am to win this battle for my brother's spirit, I will need your help, Kaiba. Thank you, for I know you will help save my brother. Believe what you want, Ishizu, but I'm only in this for myself. So we unlocked the reverse duel. Got Ishizu as a new duelist. Got the new deck. Her signature card was Swords of Revealing Light. That's so true because she used it every friggin' game that we played. No lie. Muko, and we got some points out of it. Going right ahead. Infinite. More and more fell to the power of Merrick. Merrick dueled Bakura for the Millennium Ring and won. It was now time for the semifinals. The first match was Joey versus Merrick. Merrick's power was so great that the Winged Dragon of Ra sent Joey to the hospital. It seemed nothing can stop Merrick's reign of terror. The second semifinal would determine who would face off against Merrick. It was Yugi versus Kaiba, fighting for the first time since their battle in Duelist Kingdom. Yugi, we mustn't let Joey's struggle interfere with our concentration. Remember, in order to overcome Merrick, we must get past Kaiba. Well, Yugi, you decided to show up after all. Of course, to miss this duel is to deny my destiny. He's... Spare me the drama. So why didn't the nerd herd show up to cheer you on? Are they too busy taking Wheeler... too busy trying to wake Wheeler up from his nap? Joey is in great danger. More than you could ever know. But he does know. He knows all about it. That's the problem. Kaiba's never once, questioned it. He's like, okay, I don't care, though. Wheeler shouldn't have been here in the first place. I warned him not to play with the big boys, and if you ask me, he got what he deserved. A slap in the face by Ra. Oh. And if getting attacked by an Egyptian god card didn't knock any sense in that kid, then nothing will. That's enough, Kaiba! You have no idea how dangerous this Duel Monsters tournament of yours has become. The outcome of the Battle City Finals could put the whole world at risk. Kaiba, it's not always about being number one. It's about dueling with bravery, honor and respect, and the American way. Most importantly, putting the needs of others ahead of your own. And that's something Joey Wheeler did every day of his life. I don't like how they're talking about Joey in the past tense. Yugi in ancient times, Roman gladiators would battle to their doom in order to prove who was the strongest. Now it's our turn to see which one of us deserves to call himself the greatest in the world. So draw your first card and let the battle begin. It's very high drama, very high drama. No. Story deck. You gotta try it at least once first. First? He said, questioningly, curiously. We have Slifer, Buster Blader, the King's Knight, Gamma the Magnet Warrior, and Brain Control. Let's go, Gamma? Seto? El Pado de Greed. Oh, he's got the XYZ. He's got the XYZ cannon. Brain control. And then we normal out the King's Knight, and then we're going to special out cloning. Gets one? Okay, he gets a clone. But where's my thing when this card is normal summoned? Why didn't it let me do that? Oh, while you control Queen's Knight. Okay, that's fair. So lesson learned, right? The Jack's Knight only comes out, you only get the special effect of the King's Knight when you have the Queen on the field. Fair. That's fair. It was another very hot week in Phoenix again. You know, I think I got lulled into a false sense of security. Oh my goodness. They're both stronger. This ain't good. It's not good at all. We're not doing so hot. What the Blade Knights? What are you doing, Kaiba? He's attacking my life points directly. This jerk. Karibo, now please. Give me Karibo. We're dead. So this is how Yugi loses. Oh no. Look at this unnecessary flex. He has me already, and he's going to put out Obelisk anyways. Oh. This guy. Get some points out of it. Alright. You asked for it. Here's Captain. Can Captain beat Obelisk the Tormentor? Let's see. Go full rock. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Okay. We're going turn 1 so we can flood the field. Come on. Good hand. Come on, Captain. It's an okay hand. Let's set this down. You know what that's waiting for? That's waiting for Obelisk. Obelisk comes out, we memory of an adversary, that bad boy. Like there's no tomorrow, okay? But that means we need to keep Injection Fairy Lily in the back pocket in case something happens here. So what we should do... Do I recycle Lily or do I recycle crap? No, you recycle Lily. I don't want to recycle Lily, but she's... With the play we've got going on and what we know Kaiba wants to do, he wants Obelisk. Oh, this is also kind of perfect. Alright. Oh no, Kaiba, it's just me and my one little captain. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Also, I like how I'm like this steam vent over here. Because the shirt is caught up in the chroma key. He activated a thing and he's doing a thing. Do we want to activate a thing? No, there's nothing to activate right now. He wants to attack. Do we allow him to attack? Here's the deal. Is we can stop the Obelisk the Tormentor nonsense right now if we do Rivalry of the Warlords and it forces them to choose machine. I would prefer to choose something that's not XYZ, which is not machine, and not obelisk. So we're going to Mirror Force. It seems like a little bit of a waste of a Mirror Force. But we've got to keep up the subterfuge for a little bit longer here. Great pull. Good pull, because it's breaker. Son of a gun. My allergies are killing me. Here comes Breaker Claws, here comes Breaker Claws, right down Breaker Claws way. No, we don't need to activate anything else. I just want to activate his effect and pop that card. Entering battle phase. Attacking with Marmot and Captain. Nope, nothing to get worried about here. And then we're attacked with Breaker. Nope, no reason to interrupt. We're gonna let him take 18. He's at 4,800. We're doing great, kid. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Trying to kill Breaker? Let's see if we can trap him now. Rivalry of the Warlord. No, I think actually what we do is we take a hit. Yeah, because we need more fodder. There needs to be more fodder. You can't just Yes. So we will activate Memory of an Adversary now, because I think we've locked him into an unwinnable type situation where we've locked out Obelisk, and now we've just gotten rid of the components for XYZ. Captain is now going to come back onto the field. I know there are no applicable effects for Captain, but now he's powered up with the power of A forces and the Banner of Courage. He's gonna go kick some butt. Go get him, Captain. 1600. I was gonna say, I wouldn't get a benefit from putting her set face down. So he may be forced now because the other parts of XYZ are in the trash can. Oh wait, how does that work? Oh, or is it that you can only control one type of? No, I don't understand that. Didn't we lock him into machines? Does that not apply to him? We're gonna solve this problem. I'm excited. We have a couple more boxes to open up today as well. We have our legendary Duelist Season 1 boxes to open. I hope we get like the non-Weevil Pegasus character cards. My goodness. I'm not even sure I want to attack right this second because I'm fairly certain he can't flip. Or maybe he can because that friggin' Horse Raider was out. I don't know. He didn't attack. He got scared. And now you're dead because of it, Kaiba. Oh, baby. But now we knew what that was, though. It's all over. It's all over. It's all over, Kaiba. Pump it up. Get pumped up. Boom. Big hit. You're dead. I told you that your hatred and your lust for power would never prevail. I did it. But my toughest battle is still ahead when I face Merrick in the final duel. That's so true, Yugi. So true. Seto Kaiba. Obelisk the Tormentor. Interdimensional Matter Transporter. Oh no. The final face-off. I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. Soon your infinite power will be mine. Merrick, not only will I defeat you, I'll free you from the darkness that controls you. Ha ha ha! I'd like to see. Okay. Yugi deck, let's do it. Mystical Macro Carpa. I don't know what that was. It looks scary though. It had one eyeball. It frightened me. Let's go first. Firsties. Fiend Sanctuary. Special summon 1 Metal Fiend token. Cannot attack. Your opponent takes battle damage. You would have to once per turn. I feel pretty good. Honestly. I like Big Shield Gardena. And it's got a King's thing going on right now. Buster Blader. Can't use him right this second. Fiend Sanctuary. How about we do... Set? I feel like that's probably it. There's the jam. Jam. Maybe now I can play the Fiend Sanctuary? Let's try. Fiend Sanctuary. Put him off on the side, huh? And then we can put out Buster Blader. So we got Buster Blader now. Buster Blader's out. 2600 attack. Okay. Battle phase. Mirror Force. Okay, so I'm glad that we didn't, because we could have put out the King's Knights at the same time, but they would have got eaten up. So I'm glad that we kind of held some stuff in our hand still. Didn't exhaust the hand. Because that would be bad. And we've done that before. Boganian? That's what it looks like. Huh. Feels very bricky. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Feels like a brick. We can stall this out for slightly longer. Unless this is a trap under here. In which case, Yugi's deck strikes again. What are you, Boganian? Once per turn, standby phase, inflict. Yeah, please stop inflicting damage. Look at them 3 King's Knights just sitting down there. Oh. L. Palmer. What does he do? He hits it back. Okay, so that's... We can bait an attack if he's in attack mode. He'll see us. So this is it. This is right. This is the finals. Pot agreed. You son of a gun. Heart of the cards, please. Heart of the cards, please. Now we're dead, B. We're dead. Unfortunate. That's kind of the way that the story decks go, is like, you know, you get Mirror Force like one time and that's it. I want to say that there were definitely some misplays there that I could have learned from, but we did draw 3 King's Knights. It was like a slot machine. It was like, King! 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 And I'm like, did I win something? Nah, it's like lemons. You know, you don't get anything. Son of a gun. We'll beat you, Merrick. Alright. User deck. Captain, get in there. I'm assuming you know how to get it done. Oh, the Rock has failed me. And we're going second? Not bueno. That's a hell of a hand. Still not sure about Rivalry of the Warlords. I guess it really only works when there's more than one monster on the field, which seems like this is the wrong era of Yu-Gi-Oh! To try that play. When everybody still played like mono decks. Like, you'll never beat my dinosaurs! So it doesn't feel as effective as it could be, honestly. Yeah, if we activate it now, maybe it'll give me a chance to like force him into one like monster hitting the field here. It will make he'll force him to set. So that's a thing. Shouldn't get both of them at the same time. Tribute him for freed. Pull him back with Warrior returning alive. Okay, we've got Warrior returning alive. We're gonna battle. It's a Mirror Force. I don't feel too bad about that one. That one was so early in the game. It's okay. And we have a regular monster. So there's a machine. That means he should not be allowed to flip over this other thing without it also being a machine. Summon. So if I activate this and then do it on the machine, will it automatically destroy him? Durgo, if the only card your opponent controls are face up with 1600 or more, attack this card. Yeah, so I don't want him to do that, right? It should just pop him. Oh no, I guess it won't. I misunderstood the nature of... I thought it was like brain control. I thought it was getting him right there. Okay. Okay. It's a two-way street. Come on, monster. It's another blue flame swordsman. Okay. It's not as successful as I'd like it to be right now, but you know, like, I feel like we do have him kind of pushed into a corner. Monster Reborn, not what I wanted to see. But Freed can't be targeted by magic. Or he can't be destroyed by magic. Is that what it is? Activate the effect of blue flame swordsman and graveyard. Yeah. Yep. I am knee deep in the sauce right now. We're having a little bit of a hard time. He stole our Freed from us. That hurts. That hurts a lot. There's Dark Freed. We lost him one turn too late. We may be approaching a body situation. it feels like false confidence to go with the Raigeki like right away. But what do I know? Maybe I don't know anything. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry, doing more admin stuff. Okay, so I mean, like, you know, I don't want to feel too dependent on the Raigeki here because we're gonna do it, but we're not out of the woods, is what I was really trying to say. Come on, part of the cards. So I'm gonna take the risk and attack first and then try to pop because we only get one swing at it, and otherwise he will try to get us next turn. So act. Oh. Destroy Rivalry of the Warlords. Ah, son of a bitch. Alright, so we're kind of in there. We're kind of in there. I don't want to give myself any false hope. I'm not trying to pump myself up. Please go away, Jim. The Vengeful Bog Spirit. Monsters can only do what? Cannot attack the turn there. So everybody gets Summon Sickness now. It's Magic the Gathering. We're now playing Magic the Gathering, folks. Good question. Injection Fairy Lily. I know what you're saying. Why didn't we go with Dark Freed? But it's because I don't want to put him face down, because I think if Dark Freed went face down, there might be a chance he might be able to kill it. And I really don't want that to happen. So here's what we're going to do instead, okay? We're gonna lose the game, is what we're gonna do. Fudge. He's stuck right there, though. Stay right there. You've got a fiend. He's 2200. Dang it. Back at it with the captain deck. So we've had some bricks. I tried to fight my way out of this last brick. But because of the restrictions we've put on ourselves here for getting through the original arc with the captain deck, oh, it's interesting. Okay, this is better because at least now we've got an out in case a big monster shows up. Alright, so Memory of an Adversary, it goes down. Full stop. I'm going to save this for when we need a tribute. Go ahead and put down the A forces so everybody on our side gets a bonus. Injection Fairy Lily. I am going to eat the damage for the big hit because I want to save Raigeki for when he inevitably clears my field. And so I want to counter with a field clear of my own. Right? So there you go. Okay, that one cost points, but that's the way it shook out. We're going to be putting up the cards lists and deck lists up on the Discord. So if you would like to contribute to that project and you want to have your Oh, sorry about that. Oh, my Kuma. He's very upset. There's a person at the door. He's very upset with them. Extraordinarily upset with them. But yeah, so if you want to include your deck, your Switch information. Excuse me, I have to let out some very upset Chow Chows. They have to go. They want to go outside. Kuma was absolutely steaming. He was steaming mad. They both had to go outside to go investigate what was wrong. But so I did put up the Discord and the Twitter. Please, by all means, share your Yu-Gi-Oh information with us. Add your deck list. Add your Duel Links or your Link Evolution user information. And so I'm hoping that we can cobble together a community that wants to support each other and learn and try new things. We're also going to be doing some prizes and things like that in the future here because we have a bunch of empty tins. I want to fill them up with goodies, cool stuff, send them back to all of our friends. Let's see, what are we going to do here? Because once per turn, during your standby phase, inflict 600 damage to your opponent. That's not that concerning. But he's got this. Let's go Flame Swordsman first. Battle. Ah, the pendant. It got me. Okay. Feeling better about this this hand. The hand wasn't exceptionally cursed when we got it. I mean, we're doing really great so far. I actually don't even see a reason to summon Captain until we get another monster, so I'd rather just attack. Maybe bait out a trap, perhaps? No traps. Everything's fine so far. Still got A forces on the field. Have memory of the adversary is face down. We're still waiting for an opportunity for a big monster. Oh, baby. Okay. Here we go. It's Captain and Dark Knight. They're coming out in tandem. Activating the effect of Marauding Captain. We're grabbing our Dark Blade. I'm sorry, Dark Blade. We're going to hit him hard. You have activated a battle effect. So now here is the real thing. Yes, right? Because this is what I want to do. I actually want to transfer some of this power off of Blue Flame Swordsman to Captain. Because Captain forces everyone to attack him first. Yeah, so it's good for him to be big. And then Blue Flame can attack. Is this it? Yami Merrick defeated by Marauding Captain with the Blue Flame attack. Okay. It's iconic. It's an iconic finish. Captain got the last hit. Your days of darkness are over, Merrick. Master Merrick. Brother, please tell me you're alright. Merrick, it's over. Your evil side has been banished forever. He looks sad. It's finally over, my Pharaoh. Yes, and the darkness has been lifted from your heart. Merrick has overpowered the evil that controlled him for so long. My Pharaoh, thank you. You saved mankind. We did. I wouldn't have been victorious had it not been for all of you. Pharaoh, rest assured that everyone who was banished to the Shadow Realm by my dark side will return. I always wondered that because Dead Serious, like he sends the zombie guy to the Shadow Realm and like he goes to hell. They sent him to hell, folks. Thank you. He'll be brought back and we'll never speak of this travesty human war crime ever again. I have one more task to perform before my Tomb Keeper's mission is complete. Witness the secret to the Pharaoh's power inscribed on my back. These markings were passed down by my family from generation to generation for 5,000 years. We were taught that when the ancient Pharaoh saved the world from destruction, he wiped his own memory clean. But he knew that someday he would return and he'd need his memory back. So he entrusted one family with his greatest secret, the key to unlocking his mind and his power. Now that you hold all of the Egyptian god cards and the Millennium Puzzle, all you need to do is read the words on Merrick's back. You're so close. It's time for us to leave now, Pharaoh, so please take this, the Millennium Rod. Belongs with you where it won't cause any more harm. Thank you. Thank you. And take this as well, the Millennium Ring. It's safest with you. With Yugi now possessing all the Millennium items and the 3 Egyptian god cards, he can now make sure that the Shadow Games would never return. The end. Not really, but... The Winged Dragon Rod. You got some battle points out of it. What do you know? So I don't think that there's any more of Duel City. I want to keep plugging along because we're making such good progress here, but just keep in mind that I actually think that we've crossed the threshold and that we're now done. We're getting very close, right? We're nearing the end of the list. After Yugi victory over Merrick, Yugi collected all 3 Egyptian god cards. However, they would not remain in his possession for long. Panic ensued as real monsters appeared all over the world. Worse still, Yugi's Egyptian god cards were stolen by 3 unknown assailants. No! How can this have happened? Grandpa, are you alright? Yugi, they're gone. Who's gone, Grandpa? Your cards! Your strongest cards! You're the Egyptian god cards! They're gone, Yugi! It's like almost having a Seinfeld bit. The god cards? Who's on 5th? The god cards! Who? Who did this? Yeah. Joey. I still haven't decided on how approximately how Brooklyn he is and how Boston. It's between the two. Yugi and friends were at a loss on who could have stolen the cards when a package arrived in the mail. Hey kids, this came in the mail! Who's it from? I'm not sure. Yeah, why are you giving mail to children? I'm not sure. My eyesight's not... And he doesn't know who it's from! Grandpa Muto, we live in a post 9/11 world, and you can't just give unmarked boxes to children. It's against national security protocol. It needs to be inspected for all kinds of stuff. Real bad stuff. Let's see here. From the office of Maximilian Pegasus. Okay. No, not Pegasus! What should we do? We should hear what he has to say. After all, Pegasus did invent duel monsters. You think he has something to do with what's going on? Perhaps. Let's play the tape. Oh, they dated themselves. They played a tape. Greetings, Yugi boy. I'm sure you're aware that duel monsters are suddenly running amok all over the world of ours. I know who's really behind it. The only catch is it's too risky to leave any information on this tape. So that means you'll have to come see me in person. Say what? There's no way we can trust that guy. What do you think, Yugi? Let's go. Pegasus may be our only hope. That's true. Alright then, I'm going. Like you have a choice, you're conjoined to the main character. Me too! I'm going! You are a symbiotic parasite. You have to go. Okay. We love him. We love him. Look, there's some more links. Have at it. Then I'll be right here by your side, pal. Count me in too. Me too. He's flying us there first. Low-key, Tristan in the anime is what keeps the entire group afloat. Like, while everybody's, like, playing a card game, he goes out there and he gets his ass kicked, and he's disarming armed guards with guns and possessed, mercenaries. Like, Tristan, they're really lucky that they had Tristan there to kick as much butt as they did. Thanks, guys. Infinite. Back in their ancient... do I read this one in the Justice League voice? Back in their ancient lair, the 3 card robbers, Raphael, Alistair, and Valen, met with their master, Darts. Ooh. Oh, look at those sideburns. That's rough, buddy. I've got that too. It grows up here. We located the Pharaoh Master. Unfortunately, we weren't able to capture his soul, but I never come back empty-handed. I present these god cards to you. Excellent, the Egyptian gods, at long last. I finally possess the supreme force necessary to awaken the great beast. Time has arrived, my friends. Finally, after 10,000 years, the great Leviathan shall arise again. 10,000 years! How old are you? Once I replenish you with enough souls, you shall inherit the strength to swallow the earth. No one will stop us. No one. He says... No one. Matter-of-factly. I'll find the Pharaoh, and this time we'll make sure we drain his power and feed it to the great beast, sir. Why don't you try listening? It's really a wonderful skill. If you master it, you'll realize that we need more than the Pharaoh's soul. Oh, what is going on with all these belt buckles and straps? Why is one guy strapped all the way down and the other one isn't strapped down at all? Look, what is going on with your collar? Oh, I understand the problem now. This group doesn't know how buckles work. Then we'll deal with the others too. I'll take Kaiba. Oh, this one's he's like Kai from, he's like the main character from Digimon, and I don't even know what this guy is. That feisty little bloke, Joey Wheeler. You should be fun to take apart. Okay. The Pharaoh and his friends are on their way to speak with one we've been watching. Just make certain that you reach him before they do. Pegasus? And to think I called you a bad listener. And he's mean. Oh, he's got dual-colored eyes. Now go see Pegasus at once. Get thee to the nunnery! Get thee to Pegasus! When Yugi and his friends arrived at Industrial Illusions, they were not greeted by Pegasus, but rather another familiar face. Hello? Pegasus? This place is completely empty. I suspect the thieves that were after Pegasus may have already found him, and if that's the case, I'm sure they're expecting us. Mai? Is that you? I'm not Mai. At least not the Mai you knew. What? You heard me. Alright, gang. Say hello to Pegasus. Oh. He's in the seal of Orichalcos. What'd you do to him? You better start talking. What's the matter, Wheeler? Did your little reunion with Mai not go as well as you expected it? And you, why are you keeping these guys all for yourself, Mai? Mind your own business, you lackey. These geeks are mine, so deal with it. Geeks? But we're friends, Mai. Please, Mai. Tell me this is all a joke. Remember on your side, Mai. You remember me still, Mai? Mai? Ah? he's frantic. He's frantic. I was never a part of your little play group. And now I'm gonna break you apart one by one. And Wheeler, starting with you. Oh, she's gravelly voiced and she's hardened. She's hardened. You're holding me back from achieving true power, so say hello to my real friend, the Seal of Orichalcos. Oh, it is the Seal of Orichalcos. I didn't just make that word up. I thought I made it up. Let's talk, Mai. There's gotta be another way to settle this. Sorry, hun. Whoever loses this duel loses their soul. What is it with souls on you people? Can't we just play a children's card game? Oh, okay. Story deck. I hope we don't get Pac Riminos. He's not very impressive. Rock has not been doing it for us. We may have to give up our faith in Rock in the rock paper scissors. Joey deck back at it again. Full stop. Please play this as quickly as humanly possible. Free cards, yes. All monsters you control gain blah. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze again. Woo! That was something. We're gonna go Rocket Warrior first because he kind of breaks things down a little bit. No, I don't want to do that though. It's Birdface. So now we know it's there. Kind of wish I would have gone with someone else, but it's okay. Main phase 2. Let's set stuff. Let's set this guy right here. And the Graceful Dice Magic card. We're also gonna... Yeah, sure. After the fact. Uh-huh. That's what happened. So that's my problem, is clicking too fast because I want to get through the prompt. And accidentally activating things. Seal of Orichalcos right off the bat doesn't seem great. Yes. Magical arm. What does Seal of Orichalcos do? I don't think I've ever actually had this card. All monsters you control gain 500. Once per turn, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. While you control 2 or more face-up attack position monsters, your opponent cannot target this with the lowest attack or an attack. Okay, so it kind of captains. If this card is activated, destroy all special summon monsters you control. You cannot special summon monsters from next to your deck. You can only activate the Seal of Orichalcos once per turn. Okay, so. battle. Let's battle again with Rocket Monster, but let's add the fire from Blue Flame Swordsman onto Rocket Warrior. Now he kills him. Then we can attack with Blue Flame Swordsman. Yeah. Okay, we're using our brains now. We're using our brains. Kingdom to Castle, using our brains. Okay, so I'm not completely brain dead. Let's set the dice and end our turn. We're doing pretty fine. Very excited for Legendary Duelist Season 1 information. I hope we get some more Red Eyes stuff. We have been working on our Red Eyes deck, both in TCG and in Link Evolution. Because he's going to die, I might as well give as much attack as I can to Rocket Warrior. Rocket Warrior can't be destroyed during his turn, so that's pretty fantastic. There's the Fiend Mega Cyber. I don't know if it makes much sense to tag him in when he's weaker than Rocket Warrior, right? Feels like the right play is just to attack with Rocket Warrior. Maybe, so here's what we're gonna do. Turn main phase 2, right? Let's he's not allowed to attack the weakest monster. So there goes Time Wizard. Then we'll end the turn. Time Wizard's out. Maybe he has some insurance here. Or maybe so we can sack Time Wizard and put out Mega Cyber. Fiber Jar. I didn't know Joey had the Fiber Jar. Each player shuffles all cards from their hands, field, and graveyard into their decks and draws 5 cards. How many do you need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Yep, tribute. Yeah, we'll tribute Time Wizard. Battle. No. So. Because I think the way that Rocket Warrior's effect is popping off is that we're actually destroying him with Rocket Warrior's effect rather than actual battle damage. So that keeps, when sent to the graveyard from battle, I think that keeps those effects from popping off. It says during your battle phase, this battle takes no damage, attacks. But no, we're still killing with damage. It's his attack goes down 500. There's Cap. Captain will screw the whole thing up, won't he? Yeah, he will. So battle phase. Attack with Mega Cyber. Attack with Super Rocket Warrior. And then end the turn. Okay, so just a slight misunderstanding of what Rocket Warrior did. I thought he was automatically destroying face down cards. That's Robot Sasuke, I think. That's like Mystical Ninja Sasuke that destroys face down cards. Thought you weren't allowed to attack the weakest card. Or am I the only one that's subject to that rule? Copycat. Hey, look, it's the chat box. Very cool. I can't lose. I can't go back there. I gave up everything just to be a winner. You lose a lot for a winner, Mai. Hey, Mai. Can't lose. Won't go back there. Have to win. Oh well, she lost it. Valen, what are you doing? With this fragment of the Orichalco stone, I unlock the seal. Joey, are you alright? Joey! And what were you thinking, Valen? You betrayed Master Darts and risked your own soul, and you mean to tell me you did all that just so you could save some girl, Valen? She's not just some girl. Where's Mai? Did those punks take her? Guess so. The way Taya came in, her arms like on her side. Guess so. Guess they took her. Everybody gets kidnapped in this story often enough. She's gone. Oh no, I was close. I'll get you back, Mai. Okay. The heck is even that? Hysteric sign. Okay. Deja duel. How much time do we have left? We can still do maybe another duel. Deja duel. As monsters appeared all over the city, the public accused Kaiba and Kaiba Corp for these monster sightings. I think someone's trying to make a fool out of me. I've worked too hard repairing the reputation of this company. This has to stop. Seto, check out our database. There's someone out there that's trying to buy up every share of our company. Mokuba, you're right. If these numbers are accurate, almost half of Kaiba Corp was just bought by one person. And they're still buying. But how can that be? What are we gonna do? We have to stop them. And if they buy any more shares, they can take control of the entire company. Wait! There's only one person who's capable of something like this. Elon Musk. Pegasus. Okay. Sato Kaiba and Mokuba went to Duelist Kingdom to confront Pegasus. Show yourself, Pegasus! Ha 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 ha! Your lack of patience never fails to amuse me. You're as irritating as ever. What's the deal, Pegasus? Haven't been myself lately, in fact. I mean that quite literally. Oh, he turned into the one that can't buckle the buttons. What's going on? Surprise! I've waited for this day for a long time, Kaiba boy. Identify yourself. Alistair's the name, Kaiba boy. Now let's duel. The spell card is about to change everything. Activating the spell of Orichalcos. Okay. We're trapped in here until the duel's over. Then once I crush you, I'll be able to get out. Of course, on the other hand, you on the other hand won't be quite as lucky as myself, Kaiba boy. What do you mean? When you lose, your soul will be locked for all eternity. Ah, gee. Let my brother out. You have no idea who you're messing with. Yeah, Mr. Monopoly. Sure I do. I'm messing with a greedy little punk who's just as pathetic as his old man. Oh, he's talking about his dads. Oh, his stepdads that started the company that they actually don't mention like in the story of Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. Yeah, he's adopted. And he's got a rich... Oh, he's got like a rich uncle. He's got like a rich stepdad. What did you just say to me? No one compares me to my stepfather and gets away with it. He was a worthless snake. Like you. My family business has nothing to do with you. Guess again. Your family business has everything to do with me. It was 7 years ago today. A day I'll never forget. The tanks came and took my brother. I soon found out who was responsible. Gozaburo Kaiba, your father did this to me. Now you run his evil empire, so it's your fault too. Bet you were very surprised that I could pronounce that Japanese name so correctly, but somehow stutter on all of the English. Don't make fun of me! I'm trying! I learned Japanese in college and it ruined my English forever. Story Kaiba deck. I'm gonna regret this, but they do get better. The cards get better as we go along story wise. So then it just comes about. It makes the game more about playing smart. Oh, look at me! I'm a green field. There's the cat of ill omen. You can choose a trap, Tyrant Wing, target one dragon on the field. Once per turn, you can either target one X head, or equip this card to it, or unequip this card. So let's I goofed. All right. ED Proud Ogre. So what are the plans going forward here? We're going to be doing our TCG pulls here very soon. Duelist packs, legendary duelist packs, I believe. It's a different hand, and it's the double Call of the Haunted. What kind of nonsense is this? Okay. So we've got Soul Exchange in the hands, Call of the Haunted in the hands, Blue Eyes White Dragon in the hands. He's using Pot of Greed, which we actually do not have access to because the game forbids us to play it, but they let the characters play it, which is infinitely annoying. All right. We got Gear Gianna. You contribute this card, then target one level 4 machine type monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So that's for when XYZs are not here. Soul exchange. Let me exchange you to soul. Summon. Tribute 2 monsters. Yep. Now you have to stand against the power of my Blue Eyes White Dragon. Oh, the Blue Eyes White Dragon CGI. Majestic. It's very fast, too. I appreciate that. He just beams and gets out. Take 2 of those and call me in the morning, sweetheart. Alright. I should have attacked. Dang it. Science Soldier, huh? So target one dragon monster on the field, equip this card to it. It gains 400. Take up to 2 attacks. Yes. Battle phase. Get in there, kid. What are you doing? What? Again, it's my fault because I'm pressing the confirm, but like, if I wanted to activate it, I just would have clicked on it, you know, when it gave me the prompt or whatever. I was in the middle of trying to go to battle phase and attack. So I feel like I kind of wasted a little bit of the science, the Call the Haunted. But, you know, we'll overcome and adapt, but that's just, it is an ongoing problem that I'm having with the game, is that my impatience. I want to go faster. No. No. My eyes are getting wide because, like, doing a million things. Please hurry up. Set this one. We are going to activate this trap so that Blue Eyes can attack twice now. Royal Decree. What did he Royal Decree? Negate all trap effects. That one's rough. That one's real rough. rescue. The confines of the battles are becoming more complex. I can only use 2 monsters at a time. Special summon a monster. I don't want a special summon. What I would like to do is find a way to discard Blue Eyes now. Your opponent has discarded. No, and see, now it's going to prompt me to ask if I want to activate my trap, even though it cannot be played. No reason to activate it because it can't be. It will be negated upon activation. Brother. Get in there. No. Let's freaking go. Battle it up. X-cannon attacks. I think we're safe. I think we're real safe. That Royal Decree was a little tricky because it kind of got rid of some trap stuff that we were doing there. But we're good. We're good. Okay. Kaiba. Oh, great. Any sign of Pegasus? Uh-huh. I'm afraid we were too late. That's right. Believe it or not, my Valentine got him before we did. She took his soul with some kind of orichalcos thing. Pegasus? Not quite. It's a hologram. Yugi boy, at least I hope it's you that found this room. If you're hearing this, you can only mean that the gentlemen who were after my soul were finally able to capture me. So please listen carefully. This is it. It all began when a mysterious man tried to buy out my company, but there's more. This individual possesses an ancient power stronger than I've ever seen, and his name is Darts. Who's Darts? Yeah, dead serious? He's trying to resurrect the most terrifying beast ever to roam the earth, the great Leviathan, by draining the souls of man and beast. If his plan is to work, Darts will have succeeded in unleashing a truly devastating power, the likes of which has not been seen for 10,000 years. That's such a long time span. Like before it was like 5,000 years for Yugi when the last Shadow game was, so 10,000's insane. Before we go into the next one, we have harvested quite a bit of points here, so I'm thinking if anyone has any thoughts on where we should be shopping next, please let me know. I'm thinking Yugi or Kaiba, I guess. We have the least amount of Kaiba. We have a bunch of dragon stuff in the Red Eyes. So maybe? I don't know, let's go Yugi. I feel like the Pot of Greed and stuff is probably in there. The Chaos Dragon is kind of a bonkers pull. Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer, also a bonkers pull. Dark Magician Dragon Knight, okay. Super Soldier. Burning Lands. There was a Karibo in there. Alright, well, so I don't want to do that forever. Let's do one more. Joey chased after one of the robbers, Valen. I know that guy. He's the one that took my... Right you are, mate. Look, pal, I want my back. He gets serious. He drops the Boston. Look, buddy. I want my back. Then why chase me? She happens to have a mind of her own, you know. She did. At least she did before you guys brainwashed her. You don't get it, mate. No one was brainwashed. My chose to join with her own free will. And do you want to know why? She was sick of taking a back seat while you got all the fame. Then I stepped in and changed all that. You messed with her head. That's what you did. She was one of my best friends, but the last time I saw her, she was saying things that Mai never would have said. Wake up, Wheeler. I led her to get rid of you for good, because Mai can't be happy with you around. And what does that mean? You're a constant reminder of what her life used to be, and Mai wants to forget all that. But as long as you still exist in this world, she'll never be able to forget. So I'm here to erase you for good, to himself. Plus, I know that deep down, Mai still loves you, and I can't have that. So what do you say, Wheeler? Do we have ourselves a duel or not? Not that I'm giving you much of a choice. I never back down from a challenge, especially when I'm fighting for a friend. Now let's duel. Let's see if we can force it one more time. We're making fantastic progress here, story-wise. Come on, Rock. You son of a gun! At 2, Rock? At 2? Free preparation of rites. Add a ritual card. This card is used to ritual summon any ritual monster. Okay. Okay, so what do I don't activate this first? I gotta activate this first. I'm trying to brain my way how to use Joey's deck here. Pre-preparation of rites. You grab this guy with a guy on fire. I've seen this in the Gemini stuff before. The Lord of Red. I'm trying to decide which one is there one is more advantageous than the others? This card is used to ritual summon, must be tribute monsters from your hand or field or red eyes. Or banish red eyes from your graveyard. Okay. Activate. So if I put a red eyes in the graveyard, that was fast. Okay. So I mean, it's got Joey slowly put like some style in his deck. The Lord of Red, right? He's able to like do like an instant flex. What am I doing? Red Eyes transformation? No. Just do your pot of greed, dude. Just do it. Shia LaBeouf flicks. Just do it! Ah! Machine assembly line. No, nothing I can do about that. You can ritual summon this card per turn during either player's turn. When a card or effect is activated, you can target one monster on the field and destroy it once during either player's turn. When a card or effect is activated, except Lord Red, you can target one spell or trap and destroy it. So he gets the pop. twice a turn. So really, we're wasting some of our... Oh. I decided I hated him. I thought Red Eyes is only a single tribute. He's 2 tributes. Dumb. What else did I put in my hand? Red Eyes, Black Flare Dragon. Alright. End the shame. Get me out of this turn. That's kind of what I was afraid of. I was trying to get fancy. Stop with the CGI. No. That's rough. Why do you do that? If this card battles an opponent's Mar during calculations, you can activate the effect once per turn. Takes no damage for the rest of it. Also, send 1 Despot. Okay. I may have screwed the pooch here inadvertently. Yet again. So this wasn't Joey's fault. Nobody blamed Joey. This was Rose's fault. For once, I think he has not made necessarily a bad deck here. I don't even know if I see a point in throwing this out there, honestly. So it turns out the deck is really good on that 1 turn. And then he's got like the battle ogres and stuff, battle warrior. Oh no. My stomach knotted up. Oh. Let's just take a break. I will be right back. Hang tight. Hey, we're back. We're back. Poggers. Total poggers. I am back. We're going to put some of our... Get my headphones back here. So I hope you guys are having a good week. I'm having this last week. It felt like it went by kind of fast. I was a little disappointed that it was hotter than week before here in Phoenix. Just the summer has become a very. It's gone from you're a baby if you can't bear it to this is a problem. This is a big problem. Not just for us, but people that want to come and visit our community, and it seems like it's bordering on unlivable, and it doesn't appear to be a good look for us as a community that wants to invite people to visit, to visit where we live and the things we do and spend money here. We want the environment to be habitable, primarily, first of all, but also, oh no, something fell on the floor, and I just saw the like a giant puma hair that I have not since seen. It's massive, just massive. But so I hope you guys are doing good too. I hope that you are, staying relaxed, keeping mentally balanced during these trying and difficult times. I know that we can't all have the luxury of having a stress-free lifestyle or being able to manage our stress in maybe the way that we want to. And that's that's part of the animus for me deciding to do a stream was I needed an actual reason to not stress out. And I don't really stress out when I'm working. I stress out in the spaces between when I'm working and when I'm not working. And so I find as long as I kind of give myself a project to work on, and that project in this case is have fun, hang out with my friends, play games, I can do that. I can accomplish that goal. I'm very goal driven. Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG Legendary Duelist Season 1 packs. We're gonna do some packs. We've been making some really good progress on what we've been pulling from the TCG packs. Might even go over an old deck or two. I'm not sure. But perhaps will. Depends on who wants to hang out. And if we get dragged into anything else. Because last week we got dragged into PvP. You know what I mean? And that was a thing. That was a whole thing. Okay, so if you have some thoughts on what our pull could possibly be, let me know. I do enjoy the box art on this and Toon Chaos just because it has all of the Toon characters. I have some very minor affection for the Toon characters. I wonder what box we got this time. Whoa! Freaking poggers. We got a Gearfried Red Eyes. Very nice. And you watch me, I unwrapped it right here on camera. So it's not like I'm trying to get the gear freed and I'm trying to get the red eyes stuff, but like the universe is just giving it to me. Let's do this guy right here. You see this? Toon Mermaid. Ancient Gear Wyvern. Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. Toon Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dark Inferno. Dark Skull Dragon. Or Black Skull Dragon. Black Dragon's Chick. Crystal Blessing. Toon Dark Magician Girl. That's super cute. Mixeroid. Okay, so there's our Crystal Bond. Let's hit the back. It's Cyber Darkness Dragon. Red Eyes Retro Dragon. Rainbow Refractory. Super Viacroid Mobile Base. Toon Barrel Dragon. So we got the Crystal Bond, the Relinquished, and then Machine Re-Savager. So I've never seen the red eyes in real life. You know what I mean? The red eyes Gearfried. Gearfried the Red Iron Knight. I don't think any of the stuff that has like Gearfried the Iron Knight, it doesn't count if you target this guy, right? That's not. Is that a thing? Can you use Release Restraint on Gearfried? On Red Eyes Gearfried? And then we got Mai. That was a pretty good pull, honestly. I feel like that's a good pull. Even one like Gear Freeze. Really good. Don't know what's up with all the Thousand Eyes Restrict stuff, though. I know that's Pegasus, but we seem to pull it an awful lot. And I wonder if it's because the other stuff is shortlisted or what. Gonna do the same thing. I can create a little pita pocket. That way it's easy for me to hold. And you can see. Alright, right here. Okay. Rainbow Dragon. Crystal Beast, Amethyst Cat. Feral Dragon. Crystal Beast, Emerald Turtle. Red Eyes Wyvern. Whoa. Is this a collector's rare? This is different. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's... Oh, here. So let's go from the back. Manga Ganryu. Rainbow Dark Dragon. Cyber Dark Impact. Red Eyes Chick. Rainbow Gravity. Cyber Dark Dragon. Cyber Dark Inferno. Ancient Gear Catapult. Toon Cyber Dragon. Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. Okay, so Crystal Bond, and then another Melfi Rabbit. Melfi Rabbit. He's quite Melfi. I think I have a playset of Melfi Rabbit now. I think I have a playset of Melfi Rabbit now. He's got the big D though. So, you know, someone's into that. Someone's into it for sure. Yeah, this is an interesting rare. Are all Xyz units like this? I don't remember. I don't remember if Xyz units are like this or not. So that's the first box. I hope I don't pull another Relinquished. I feel like I've got like 3 or 4 of them now. But very cool. Very, very, very cool. Let's see. How about if we very gently grab them, huh? Crystal Bond, Elfie Rabbit. Because I do want to sleeve that guy. Sleeve him. I'm incredibly grateful that my computer has decided to not freeze during the stream at all. So, you know, this has been very productive. We did finish Battle City. Oh no. We did finish the Battle City tournament, and that worked out really good for us. Because now I feel like we're situated in a way that we can kind of like really start to focus on like making the deck faster now, making it slightly more like meta viable. I did re-link our Discord and Twitter information down at the bottom there, so please reach out to us. I'd love for you to join our community of like-minded individuals. You know, earlier today, I jokingly called the stream my sanity project, but I don't think that's too far off. honestly. Oh, look at this. Poggers. Double Gearfried, the Red Eyes Iron Knight. I'm feeling very blessed right now. I'm feeling very blessed. Ultimate Poggers. I've been getting really good pulls on stuff that I want, and so that makes me incredibly happy to like pull cards that I want. Because there's nothing worse than grabbing cards and then not like getting what you want, or ones that you don't like. That's also not a great feeling. So box 2, pack 1. Ancient Gear Golem, the Ultimate Pound. Oh, this is a PG stream. Keep it clean, kids. Keep it clean. Keep it clean, Konami. The Toon Cannon Soldier. Crystal Bacon. Rainbow Dragon. Crystal Beast. Ancient Gear Megaton Golem. So there's our rare. Let's go the opposite direction now. Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncle. Rainbow Dark Dragon. Toon Buster Blader. Cyber Dark Edge. Oh, goodness. Rainbow Gravity. Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. Toon Masked Sorcerer. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Toon Cyber Dragon. Toon Gemini Elf. Cyber Dark Claw. And then what we got was another Res Avenger. Lot of duplicates, and it makes me feel like it's because some of them are must be short print, and so there's like more common secret and ultras that you get versus the bueno ones that everybody's looking for. Okay. So, Cyber Dark Claw. Red Eyes Toon Dragon. Mass Toon Sorcerer. Thousand Eyes Restrict. Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. Relinquished. Let's go the opposite direction. Toon Barrel Dragon. Illusion Faceless Magician. Sorry. Toon Defense. Whoops. Stop touching stuff. Stop touching stuff, buddy. Toon Goblin. Ancient Gear Gadget. Mix Droid. Well, I see what it is now. Red Eyes Wyvern. Fury of Kairyushin. Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon. Sea Stealth. It's Panther Warrior. Citadel Whale. So got a bunch more like Ocean Man stuff. Not what we personally are fishing for. Ocean Man, fish guy, legendary ocean. But it's just slow pulls. We are making some progress. Very good performance in getting through all of Battle City. Really happy about that. I want to pull open this one just to see who we got as far as the character card. And it's Lane. I had to check it. I was like, I don't know who this is. They all look the same. I think I have more Revengers and Relinquished and Crystal Bonds and Melfi's. I think I've got enough of all of those. I think I've got like 2 or 3 play sets of each of these now. So I could do without them. I don't need them now. We're just gonna go through and check real fast. Yeah, I'd love to send some of these tins back as like follower, subscriber like rewards. Put a bunch of cool stuff in them. Because we don't need a million tins. You know what I mean? No one needs a million tins. I hear my brother Carl is here. Yeah, this must be... I can't tell what's going on with this one. I don't know what rarity this is, where it's got like this blue font. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But it's cool though. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. He's a thing for sure. So I guess let's play it out because I still have some administrative stuff on the back end that I want to do. I want to put all of our decks card list on the Discord. I want to put up all of our Gundams, Gunpla model kits on the Discord as well, so that we can get a poll going for the order of operations in which kit to do next. Might be this very cool Charizard Dragonite kit that we just got. That looks very, very fun. I might even be able to bring that out over here in a second if I can make it over there without killing myself. Let's attempt. Let's make the attempt. Plus, I want to clean up our area here anyways. This is our box that we're keeping most of our rares in. As you can see, here are 2 of the Immortal Gearfrieds. I put them in a hard spacer for right now until I can figure out what to do with them, if we're going to make a deck or not. So it's very exciting to get these Gearfried cards, because it feels like I can actually like do something with them, maybe, perhaps. Where are the Red Eyes cards? Let's look. So this is like a bunch of the stuff that we pulled before. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I think this might be like where the Red Eye stuff is. Yeah, I think it's right here. Yeah, so we pulled one maybe like 3 weeks ago, and then we got those other 2 the other day. There's another Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, but he doesn't have the blue thing, so I want to say he may be a collector's rare. That may be the rarity here, is collector's rare, which is fantastic. I wonder what that means. We're going to put him in the box so that he can be sleeved here very shortly. Hang on. We forgot our character cards. Those are going to be dividers. So those were good pulls. Those were good pulls that we got 2 Gearfrieds. I think that was an exceptionally good pull on our part. And I'm very happy, because it could have gone wrong. It could have gone wrong in a million other ways before we ever even got there. You know what I mean? Okay, hang tight 2 seconds. I'm going to grab our model kits here so we can kind of take a look at them. Do like a little bit of a preview show before we transition and maybe talk a little bit about tomorrow's show. Yeah? Hang tight. So take a look at this. This is something we may work on here in the coming days, perhaps. Charizard and Dragonite. Modeler's kit here. Sorry, my sloth is stealing the show. So I'd love to know what the feelings are on the excitement level for Charizard and Dragonite. I thought these were old kits. These are not. These are brand new. These are brand new. I'm always having a hard time understanding why nothing ever is straight or matches up. My smush. Sorry, a Smushmallow wanted inside the room, so I was obliged to do that. So this doesn't appear to be like a normal model kit because you'll see here actually you won't need any tools or glue. So no glue, no tools, no paint. So this again, this I think I inadvertently kind of picked up kind of like a very easy beginner levels kit, possibly indicated by the age rating up here in the corner. But these are Bandai Spirits 2020. These are very new. These are very new. So that's one possibility. We could do Charizard and Dragonite. This is another fun, easy Gunpla build, you know, or I guess Pokepla in this context. Presto. I don't know. So there is also our clear Tail Rider to work on. And there's a couple of others, but they're under the giant Grandpa Gundam, which I don't want to dislodge right this second. But so I will endeavor to do those administrative tasks so we can get more information up on the Discord, so we can make some decisions and so you guys can be part of the action. Otherwise, I've had a lot of fun. Did get through Battle City today. I'm incredibly pogged about that. We're one step closer to getting Captain all the way through the whole story of original Yu-Gi-Oh! And I feel like that's something that has to be worth celebrating in some form. But so let's head on out. Let's head on out, right? Oh goodness. Oh goodness. So if this was the kind of content that you enjoy, I don't know. I don't understand anything that's going on about this armature device, why the camera angle does not seem to match. It's like I'm in an MC Escher painting. I have no frame of reference for what is going on here. So this is the kind of content that you like, that you're passionate about, and you want to see more of. Then you can join me and my semi-reflective shiny spot on my head. You can join us Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. MST, where we're going to be playing card games. It's not always going to be Yu-Gi-Oh, but we are going to get through Yu-Gi-Oh first, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. Slay the Spire, One Step from Eden, Monster Train, Darkest Dungeon. There's so many. There's so much content to cover. Magic Online. That I'm really excited to, even if when we just restrict ourselves to card games, there's a bunch of stuff to do. Sundays we're doing Gunpla. We're hanging out. It's chill vibes only, no stress. And then we are thinking about adding in an extra show to the middle of the week, as kind of like a retro throwback kind of deal. Probably thematically similar to finishing all those old games that we never got the chance to do when we were kids, as an excuse to go back and finally beat them, because we can't just there's too much knowledge now. There's too much knowledge. We have to go back and beat these old demons from our past. So we're coming for you, Super Mario World. We're coming for you, Sonic and Knuckles 3. We're coming for you, Echo the Dolphin, maybe. But so that's kind of the gist. We'll go through, we're gonna make a vow every time to find an old game and then go back and then just beat the bejesus out. Okay. All right, follow us on Twitch, and make sure to check out all this high quality content for your viewing at any time on YouTube. YouTube /Ronaron. I'm incredibly grateful that you spent this time on a Saturday morning with me. I hope you have a relaxed day for the rest of the day, and I hope the rest of your weekend is both fruitful and restorative. Okay, we're gonna play you out. It's the end of stream. I'm still see-through. I'm still in the cards. Okay, take care, guys.